immediately.
Good day, Internet, and welcome to the Monday Night Online Open Mic presented by the one and only, the legendary Nuyorican Poets Cafe. I am your host for the evening. My name is Advocate of Wordz. Happy Monday to everyone, and there are the beautiful faces that I see. And yes, I'm telling you, tonight's going to be a great night, and I'm going to tell you why. Because every single time that I have technical difficulties before a show, whether it be online or in person, it means it's going to be a great show. I know we didn't hear the sound in the beginning. It got started all late. Not only that, did I realize I wound up playing the wrong video. That was last week's video with the open mic list. I know some of you may have been like, wait, my name's not on there. I got the confirmation. Don't worry. I'm going to put the open mic list into the chat. But first, let us get to business, because we have been doing this for 140 weeks in a row. We are well beyond the, you know what, pandemic. We are well beyond it, and people are tired of Zoom, and yet week in and week out, people are still showing up for this open mic, and I appreciate you greatly. We do this every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We are streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and on Twitter. So if you happen to be watching us live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter, and you'd like to join us in the Zoomverse, the number is on the bottom of the screen, 279-995-364. Make sure you lock that number in, because that is the same Zoom call that we have every Monday, 279-995-364. It's going to be on the bottom of the screen for a little bit, so make sure you jot it down and come hang out with us in Zoom. We'd like to thank the National Endowment for the Arts, the New York State Council on the Arts, the New York City Department of Cultural Affairs, the Amazon Literary Partnership, and the New York Community Trust for sponsoring our free online events. You too can help us with a tax-deductible donation by going to nuyorican.org/contribute, or hitting us on the Cash App, $Nuyorican Poets Cafe. Also, you can give me a follow on Instagram and Twitter at Advocate of Wordz. And of course, when you spell words, that's with a Z, because poetic license. I also got some cool things on YouTube, and every week or so, someone's hitting me up and they're like, you know, I've been coming to the open mic for a long time. I never checked out your YouTube, and there are some really awesome things on there. Yep. I tell you, week in and week out, make sure you take some time to check it out. Okay, let us get into it. There are some rules, like rule number 1, poets, turn your camera on. We are looking to simulate an in-person open mic as much as possible. So we not only want to see your beautiful faces, but we want to see how expressive you are with sharing your poems. And at the same time, we want to know if you're cleaning up your room. Yes, we are into voyeurism. As a matter of fact, right now, as most of you can tell, I am not home. I am in the bowels of the cafe down here in the cave right now, and this is the office over here. You know, I hope I didn't show anything that I'm not supposed to show. Nonetheless, you could go watch it on YouTube, check it out. Maybe there's some Easter eggs in there. So make sure, poets, when I call you, you turn your camera on. Also, we have a full open mic list. I think we're probably going to go a little bit after 10 p.m. Eastern today. So, poets, please have your poem ready. If you're going analog style, make sure that you have your book open to the poem you're going to read or the piece of paper you're going to read from. If you're using a digital device, make sure that the file is open so that when I call you, we can get into your poem because that is what we are here for. As well, and I'm going to have to be strict with it tonight. Poets, you got 3 minutes to perform. Not 3 minutes and 15 seconds, but 3 minutes. Please be conscious of your time. It is also because, like, we have a lot of people on the open mic list. We want to make sure that we get to them in a timely manner. Also, you got about 30 seconds as an introduction. There's a lot of poets here who've got a lot of things going on. They've got their hands in a lot of cookie jars, and I want to make sure that they get to let the people know where they could be followed. Also, if you're here joining us on Zoom, you can change your name to include your social media handle. And after this introduction, I'm going to change mine because I know it still says New Eurekan Poets Cafe. But I'm not mad about it. I'm representing the New York. I love this place. In terms of censorship, put the kids to bed, folks. Put the kids to bed. The New Eurekan Poets Cafe founders are big on not only creating a space for the voiceless, but they knew that they had to also protect freedom of speech so that people could share their truth, which means tonight some of our poets are going to be using mommy and daddy language, wink, wink. And on a more serious note, some of our poets are going to be sharing things that are incredibly vulnerable and possibly triggering to you. We want people's truth, so I'm letting you know there is no censorship. So after our poets literally and figuratively cut open a main artery in their soul and pour it into their poems and they share it with us, those of you on Zoom, this is going to pop up. It's going to ask you to unmute. I ask that you click that blue button. Shower these poets with a ton of love. Who cares if your neighbors get pissed off? They should be on this call anyway, because it's never easy sharing your poems, whether it's in person or via Zoom. I am still losing my voice. This is about 3 weeks of me losing my voice. Moving forward, our sign-up list is closed. Sign-ups begin 24 hours before the show on Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. To sign up, you would visit the website, neweurekan.org, and you would click Full Events Calendar. After doing that, you would click on the date that you want to sign up for. Today is the 5th, so I think next week is the 12th, right? Today is the 5th? Yeah, today is the 5th, I believe. Next week is the 12th. So you would click on that date, and then you would order an artist RSVP ticket, which will place you on the open mic list. Now, if you don't see the artist RSVP ticket, that means the open mic list isn't open. Either you've come too early or there's a minor glitch with the system. But if you get a view RSVP ticket, you're not going to be able to sign up. So only get the artist RSVP ticket, and that option only opens up 24 hours before the show on Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So all my friends around the world who are not in the Eastern time zone, make sure you do the math correctly and figure out, like, whatever time it is now, 24 hours before now on Sunday. That's how you know. Okay, later on, I'm going to talk about the hybrid open mic and Mr. Ron Mark Thompson, who week in, week out does a stellar job behind the scenes as our tech producer. He is going to become the most popular person in the Zoom room because when I tell you, not now, but when I tell you, you're to send a private message to him on Zoom and let him know that, hey, I'm not going to be able to be in New York City and at the cafe on Saturday, so I'd like to be able to join you via hybrid, and you'll be able to sign up then. But later on, and we're going to talk about that later on because we've got this beautiful cast of people who are going to be rocking out tonight. A couple of people I've highlighted, like Stephanie Vance. I don't know where she's been. Family, I don't know where she's been. And not only am I upset with her because I really like her poetry and I want her here, but I'm upset with you too, family. You're supposed to be following people and reminding them that it's Monday. So we're going to find out what's up with Stephanie Vance. Right below her is Carmen G. I just got a message from her. Carmen's not going to be able to perform. Also, Marilee Johnson is not performing. Even though she's in the Zoom room, she's a little bit under the weather. She's trying to save her voice, but she is here to support us. So Marilee, I see you. Thank you for still coming by, even though you're not going to be able to share your poems tonight. Also, Marsha Rivera is here. And I know you're like, why am I highlighting Marsha Rivera? Wasn't she here last week and the week before? She is constantly showing up and showing love, but it's been a long time since she shared a poem on a Monday night, so I'm excited to hear her. And Roll James. Roll, I don't know where you've been, brother. It's been a while, and I know It's been a while because earlier this week I was looking over the anthology and I was going over your poetry and I was like, wait a second, we haven't seen Rawl in a while. So I'm happy that he is here. And of course, all the other people who are signed up, they have either been here recently. And I think everyone, I don't think we have anyone new who's never been here signed up. No, everyone who's been here has signed up before. And these are the people who make the Monday night online open mic what it is. Like I said, I thoroughly appreciate all of you. So with that being said, I have spoken enough. We are here for the poetry. I have mentioned Ron Mark Thompson. Yes, I have. So let us get right into it. And we are kicking it off with the person who probably has the flyest hair in the Zoom call today. No offense to anyone else. And that is Vale Larkin. Vale is a writer's writer. And I know some people don't like that, but like I love that. If anyone ever called me a writer's writer, I would love that. Vale Larkin, let the good folks know where they can find you online, what you got going on, and then let us get into your fire. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Thank you. I'm putting my info up in chat. I'm at Vale Larkin pretty much everywhere, and I think I'm the only one. So but my info's up and I'm going to get right into it. So my dinosaur poem is sort of a comparison between dinosaurs and some other beings on this planet right now. Extinction myth. On every side they rise, tiers of great marble steps, 5 feet deep at least and more than twice as high. Ample space to hold the placid masses standing there. The canyons between the petrified risers are gaping and vacant. Beneath the steps, the whirring whine of wings and the scrabble of chitinous claws on stone. Humanity stands on its fragile construction. Only our fingers could have smoothed ragged rock to that unnatural angle. Only we could have filled its maws with our amalgamated family. And deep below, the pad of great paws and the slide of scales. One by one, they lead themselves quietly down in between the vast carrion cages of our ambition, footsteps fading. As I watch, daylight begins ever so slowly to dim, and all around my fellow ghosts begin to stir and stretch and look about. It is time, they seem to say, silently. And underneath, voices like thunder and steel broken by a heavy tread. One by one, they lead themselves quietly down in between the vast carrion cages of our ambition, footsteps fading. When dark arrives, they are all coming for us. Knowing unfolds. I see the high reaches where the great beasts prowl, and I understand the comfort of a swift death. I cannot help but agree. Last breath held before walking inside. A roar and the dark throb of massive hearts. We have put the light out behind us, and all that remains is the gaze of our prey. And then on a lighter note, one more. This is for my boyfriend's birthday, which was recently, and my birthday was just yesterday. We're very close together. Shaped like a tree. Your lips pressing my mouth into the shape of your mouth, and your tongue spelling to me love, lust, the shape of your hands on me, how you love to grasp, hold, enfold me, time out of breath, out of becoming your oneness with you, the will of us together, our rapture ringing, our wicked tongues. Oh, you give me more to hold than I can carry without your arms supporting me. The way we fit together is the way the sparks of our infinite atoms fit together, electric and full of force, almost forced, but finally fusing and flowing together. We are bright like energy is bright, like love is bright, like elevation is bright, and the way your body is so much larger and stronger, but slower and gentler than my little lightning can restrict itself to. I call you my tree. I call you my tall standing tower. My bastion, my belonging here in this boiling reality where currents, clouds, and warring weather wild together, trying to unmake us, but we are amalgam You call me your little bear, like I am so strong for my size, and I feel like it with your branches surrounding me. I am borne up sky flying above my worry, my weariness, and I remind you of what it is like to be unmoored and unfettered.
Mute yourselves. Give it up for Vale
Yeah,
Larkin.
Vale. Yeah.
Happy
Come on,
birthday,
Vale.
Vale.
That's how you set it
Happy
off. Let's
birthday for
go.
sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I love me some Vale Larkins writing happy birthday, Vale. Vale is actually going to be in New York City because, you know, Vale wrote a little something, something, and a few actors are going to take over a space and perform it for our pleasure. But that will be in early 2023. You have not missed it. This is why you got to go give Vale Larkin a follow. Shout out to you, Vale. Happy birthday for, it would be rude to ask how old you are, right? I'm not going to ask how old you are, so it's okay. Vale Larkin, go get. Vale's like, I don't care. Vale is turning 50 for the fourth time. Vale is turning 50. Vale is turning 50 for the fourth time. All right. No, 34, 45, 40. Oh, 45. Okay. No, you're not. You are not older than me, Vale. You look like you were 12 years younger than me. Yeah. Okay. All right. If you want to listen. It's hard to believe writers these days, right? They sensationalize everything. Nonetheless, go give Vale a follow on Instagram. I believe they're still on Facebook. And make sure if you're in New York City, I believe it's in April, that the play will be, yep, it's in April that the play will be popping. I'm excited to see that. As you see, Vale has a great command of the English language, and their vocabulary is vast, and I love that in writers. And it doesn't feel like Vale's just showing off. Look at this word I know. It all feels organic, and I love it. Go give Vale a follow. Also, I didn't want to post it while Vale was performing, so allow me to put it into the Zoom chat now. Boom. There is the complete open mic list. Mine is Vale because Vale went first. And as you can see at the top of that, we've got Finn Bell now. We're going to the left coast to hang out with Finn Bell. Ooh, I like your hair, Finn. Finn Bell, I like your hair. Did you do something with your hair? What is it? Looks like it got some bounce to it today.
I didn't do anything. That's what happens when I don't do anything. The curl.
I just woke up like this. I woke up like that. That is fantastic. Finn, I know you've got a lot going on. So in case there's someone who's not already following you, although they should, let them know where they could give you a follow, what you got going on, and then let's get into your poetry.
You can follow me on Instagram. I am Finn_Bell. And so my poem today on the theme of dinosaurs is called Titans Lost, or Titans Lost, ? 245 million years ago, sinks into layers of history, becomes dust. We innocently learn the negligence of how to be fearful, erase remnants inside a scope once upon a time magnificent, know intimately how to look out of style, but cannot comprehend extinct without thinking it solely definition, not reality. This is our disdain. This is our conceit. My patience for prophesied decay becomes agony. I await the day of our decline into mystery, lauded accomplishment lining strata of refuse, becoming one with ash, but not finding grace in rejoining Mother Earth and dispersing our atoms into pure energy. We will not be a conversation, not a memory, meaningless data perhaps, on unending repetition. Are our thoughts and words as enduring as teeth and bone, ovum and mollusk? Do we fool ourselves that we will evolve into the stuff of legends? We boast of our brief existence here, call each footprint embedded in soil worthy of mention in history, say we are witnesses to the quaking of the earth as the titans of myth themselves roam. We are mere fairy tale, not even the ones woven to enthrall. We are cautionary tales that cause errant brats to flee, terrified into their beds, that air out of shadows that want lascivious arms tugging us back into corners. I imagine when the tides rise and fall, the earth and heavens think to hint at our old movements before they awash us into amnesiac bliss once more, The leaves on the last summer trees rustle in parody of our now atrophied musculature. Imitate our rage at realizing how we mean nothing at all in the story moving forward. Mock how we can only lay dormant and envy life in emerging volcanoes while they bubble and instigate new rumor. We try, but we cannot summon a sensation akin to eruption. Watch closely now. The wonder of aviation, the brilliance in flight as the great, terrible lizards flash us our former glory, lining their downy undersides, momentary irradiance of Helios in their feathers as they rejoice in their own able wingspan and take flight. When generations arriving, departing, living, dying speak of our salvation, we are not the saviors. We are not the immortal ones. Thank you.
Unmute yourselves. Give it up for Finn Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, loving it. Loving it. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Lyrical.
Never fail. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Never fail. Finn Bell, make sure that you go give that woman a follow. She's not only a fantastic poet, she's also a fantastic listener, fantastic content creator. She's interviewing people. She's doing so much. Make sure that you go and you give her a follow. And thank you, Finn. I know of late I keep forgetting to mention what the topic is. The theme is for tonight, dinosaurs, which is great because I see that the urban cowboy poet, aka John Hammond, is ready to go for this one. Urban cowboy poet, I love your background. Finn, thank you for getting on to the topic. Appreciate you. Go give Finn Bell a follow. All right, let's keep it moving. We are now going to, if you ever had to fight a dinosaur and you needed help, you'd need a superhero. Like Professor Platinum, Douglas Silver. Professor Platinum, a pleasure to see you as always, brother. You know the deal. I am eager to hear what you got for us today. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Advocate, very much. Great to see and hear you and all the poets, as always. I have 2 poems tonight. Last week, after seeing how excited you were, Advocate, about tonight's theme, I wrote this one. It's called Another World. There's a world in the corner of this other world full of dinosaurs, plastic and rubber, paint and glue, living among the ferns, tall as palm trees, and rock walls with caves big enough for the entire family. I see them, these 3 loud little kids, riding their high-tech bicycles like perfect mini motorcycles, always ready for another race, or yelling at each other through their iPhones and their Google Pixels. But today, as I'm passing slowly, all 3 of them playing there, one pushing a brontosaurus across the tundra, another digging with his fingers a new home between the rocks, and the third just sitting, watching, learning from the other 2. They're silent now, these 3 little kids, and elsewhere, in another world. And don't look up toward me as I'm passing slowly, noticing all this so closely. And for just that moment, I am there and then with them. Thank you. This next short one's called Mothers, based on another walk I took around my neighborhood. Mothers. She was raking the leaves on the median strip, 80, maybe 90, he thought, but still flexible enough to bend at the waist with straight legs, reaching for a handful of soggy leaves. 'Tis the season, he slightly smiled toward her. She slightly grunted, not even looking up at him. And then another woman standing on the doorstep. For the mother of God, will you stop? She scolds. He glances back at these 2, mother and daughter, maybe grandmother and granddaughter, he thinks, neither of them looking toward him as he continues on his way, contemplating God's mother. Thanks very much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Unmute yourselves and give some energy to Doug Silver, y'all.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah. How about the kids? Yeah. So true when you're a kid. Appreciate it.
There is inspiration everywhere. Just go out for a walk. Just go out for a walk, folks. Doug Silver, a mainstay member of this community, and even when he hasn't signed up for the open mic, he still comes and gives love. I love having him in this community, Mr. Doug Silver. So we go from one mainstay to another, and we're going back to the left coast, to the bard amongst poets, none other than Mr. Tessasomok. Mr. Tessasomok, a pleasure to see you as always, brother. Ooh, let the folks know what you got in your hand before you get to your poem.
Absolutely. I dropped it on the chat, but my book has dropped, and you can pick a copy and give a copy to friends. The book that bites back, I'm Not Your Chihuahua, is on sale. All righty, I'm going to jump in with a quick story. It's Papalo in Mimishkoa. Fade in, exterior, East Los Angeles night. Huehuecoyo pulled up on Duncan Street, just north of Whittier Boulevard in East Los Angeles, in his meticulous blue faded Datsun 720, a two-seater pickup truck from the 80s, no longer seen on the streets of Los Angeles. East Los Angeles is the land of no parking. Even off the main street, parking spaces are few and far between. After running the gauntlet of double parked cars where you don't honk to clear the road, such an action can get Huehuecoyo dead, something he knows very well. Huehuecoyo parks in a place he may not find his truck when he comes back, knocks on the door, Kilastli. Off-screen voice, no queremos la atalaya revista. Please go away. This is an indigenous home. Huehuecoyo. Hola, mija, es tu daddy. Kilastli opens the door and throws herself over Huehuecoyo. Kilastli. Papi, I thought it was the annoying Jehovah's Witnesses. Huehuecoyo. Ay, mija, no seas encimosa. You don't have to get all up on me. Kilastli fixes her chola hair and overblinks trying to fix the pasted on eyelashes that Huehuecoyo complains she uses to dust the ceiling of their East Los Angeles Mediterranean bungalow. Kilastli. I haven't seen you in a long time. Y te quiero mucho, papi. Huehuecoyo scans the living room like a native scout with his hand shading his eye. Huehuecoyo, where is my Chichimec warrior grandson? Kilastli rolls her eyes and sighs, pointing to the locked door with shouting coming from it. Mishkoat off screen. Reload, stupid. You're gonna make me lose officer rank 1. Kilastli. No, that is all he does. I'm so frustrated with him. I need you to help me, papi. Huehuecoyo knocks on the door, but no response. Kilastli leads Huehuecoyo to the kitchen table for him to sit down and serves him the customary visitor glass of water. Kilastli, I have to get the key to the room. I have to have some water while I go get it. After some chinga tu madre screaming, Mishkoa appears in the kitchen. Mishkoa, hey, Grandpa. Huehuecoyo, mijo, I didn't teach you that. I didn't teach you to disrespect women, especially tu madre. Mishkoa, you don't understand, abuelo. She just gets up all on my nerves. She is just like a giant sopilote, constantly hovering over me. Huehuecoyo makes every attempt to hide an eruption of laughter. Huehuecoyo, ay, mijo, regardless, he's your mother. Tonantzin. Kilastli finished putting away the room key and walks into the kitchen. Kilastli, muy cierto. Crea cuervos y te sacarán los ojos. Mishkoa, no entiendo. Mom, I don't understand your old world shit. Kilastli, look it up in your tumba burros on Call of Duty. Raise crows and they will gouge out your eyes. The raven refers to people who do not return favors in addition to doing harm to those who help them. That's you, Menzel. Mishkoa, meh. Huehuecoyo. They have named it Xitlaltzin in Mucuyawi, the land. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed this part here. Con respeto mucho, mira, I got to get going, but I came to invite you to a ceremony in Phoenix. It's at the end of the year, and elders are gathering.
Chance, we got to wrap it up. I'm sorry.
All right, buddy. And that's it. We'll kill it there.
Everyone unmute yourselves. Give it up for Mr. Tessasomok, y'all.
Thank you.
It's always on point, man.
I love his storytelling. And if you're upset like, God damn it, I wanted to hear the end of that, well, you better go give him a follow and find out if that poem is in the book. Is it in the book, Mr. Tez? Yes? No? Yeah? Thumb up? No? All right. Go give Mr. Testasomo a follow. Gashes 2019, and you could go follow up with him, and you could go vent to him too, like, screw Wordz. How are you going to shut you down in the middle of that poem? I'm sorry, we only got 3 minutes. But if you go give him a follow, you could talk bad about me in the DMs. All right, here we go. Let's keep moving forward. Next coming up is another mainstay member and also another published author. Oh, congrats on your book, Mr. Testasomo. Happy birthday to Vale and to Mr. Testasomo's book. Right now, another published author, the Beanie God herself, Deadpan Lizzie. What's going on, Elizabeth? I hope all is well with you. Let the folks know what you got going on, where they can find you, and then let's get into your poetry.
Beanie blessings to you, brother, and our community. Congratulations, Mr. T, on your new book. That's a wonderful accomplishment. Yes, I want to thank everyone for the love in the chat. Myself, Stephanie Eisler Vance, Urban Cowboy Poet, Maureen Medina, Patty Orozco, and Kimberly Anderson have been nominated for Pushcart Awards, Pushcart Prizes through Red or Green Books. So thank you for the honor, Marissa and Shane, and for believing in our work. You can find me online, IGES_Strauss. I have 2 short poems for the prompt. The first called Dino Nuggets Forever. Dino Nuggets, one of the many delicacies of our adolescence, a range of options for your taste buds to tear into, Tyrannosauruses ready to attack your tummy like Jurassic Park, while velociraptors prance around behind them, unsure if you will be their dinner before they are yours, and of course Bronchiosauruses, aka what the Flintstones ate almost every night. The breadcrumbs carefully clinging to what they say must be 100% chicken. But what are chickens? Birds. And what are birds? Dinosaurs. Perhaps even in our sometime mundane adult lives, we continue to experiment with different dinosaur recipes to impress our simply fuel ourselves so we do not pass out on these incredibly mean streets, because I certainly do not want to be another exhibit in the Natural History Museum or like a cave person frozen in the freezer of a grocery store, standing by for a kid to dip in ketchup. And the final piece I will share with you is 4 Pancus called Our Impressions. Uncovering our ancestral fossils to discover we are all plural. Stepping on stage to grab our mic brushes to preserve our markings if we are willing to let dinosaur bones consist of knowledge that we haven't unearthed yet. Thank you. Beanie blessings.
And Beanie blessings to you. Give some love to Deadpan Lizzie.
Lizzie. Man, let's go. Congrats on the nomination.
Always great
Now,
Congrats.
Thank you very much.
Congrats. Congrats.
Congratulations on the nomination. And yes, I love me some Dino Nuggets. And I think it was Gigi who had put in her poem a while ago about how she knew dinosaurs were birds when she was in elementary school. And of late, that's what they've been saying, that dinosaurs are more related to birds than actually alligators and stuff. So yeah, they're birds, chicken, it makes sense. Dino Nuggets. Make sure you go give Deadpan Lizzie a follow so you could follow her journey into possibly winning the Pushcart Prize. Who knows? Nonetheless, make sure you go give her a follow, a mainstay member of this community. All right, next coming up, we've got where are they? Here's 1, here's 2. Yes, we have another collab from the dynamic duo known as, let me make sure I can spotlight him for everyone. There we go. Boom. Mr. Lantern Carrier, and add a spotlight. Oh, wait, I can't add the spotlight. I have to do the pin. Hold on. All right, hold on. I did something wrong here. What did I do? Yeah, there is Elemental. Okay, I told you, technical difficulties only mean we're going to have a great show. Why is my Zoom not working? Now let me add pin. There we go. Lantern Carrier and Elemental. I finally got it right. This is going to be a fire poem because I've had technical difficulties. Brothers, you know what to do. Let the people know where they can find both of you online, and let's get into your fire.
Thank you. My info is already in the chat.
Elemental.com is where you can find me. Please, Brother Lantern.
So that's Dinosaurs, a collab with Elemental and myself. The weight of my burdens sits on my shoulders like dinosaurs. My emotions bleed as if grasped by the ferocity of their sharp teeth. and I feel lucky to be alive, knowing that these ancient predators still exist in human form. My mind holds scars as tough as the primordial skin. My thoughts roam the forest like the feet did, seeking refuge from the tornadoes of inequity and abuse that has haunted me in ghettos created by callous souls for my extinction. Day after day, I run into blows concealed, handed to me by prehistoric mammals, the ghost of the dinosaurian ferocity, grasping at my ebony skin, tugging with joy at my emotions, choking my breath in broad daylight on streets, or using twisted vines from the ego and dominance of primeval jungles in plain sight. Oh, love, they are no better than dinosaurs. The act and the instinct of millennia, the rays of sunshine still hidden in their dim-lit hearts, with empathy and forgiveness foreign to their fossil nature, like those cheering in coliseums while men fight in an arena of hungry lions.
In this land before time of bedrock and flintstones bred monsters with appetites for power to devour every morsel of desire to be inside and outside any direction, winds of change blow ashes to dust in what we know as freedom. Such a little footprint, tippy-toeing through history, picking and choosing rules that would be concrete, fancy themselves bricklayers, pave roads to progress with asphalt policies, turn tar pit excuses for deplorable conditions, chomper cute into sharp tooth, starving carnivorous Rasputin blueprint transfusions, switching spectrums, make ecosystems of tragedy, speaking catastrophe into existence, more velociraptor wired for carnage with all honesty, soaked in gruesome intentions. They built worlds around to keep truth, less Mesozoic archaeologist, Discovery Channel premium package, more fatherland. You not the mama, not the mama. No way, no sir, no way. The motherland loves her children with her knees, reaping strange seeds from future implantation to determine maximum longevity of their age of man.
Positive actions are slowly becoming extinct, like this age-old beast, simply because complacency has sat on their laps for too long. No tree of abundance to yield fruits of love, scarcely an oasis in this arid desert. Corporates of greed keep building walls, fight over strategic locations, human labor and natural resources, while the weak, old, and young vanish as rapidly as ancient reptiles. They then go to worship and pray partially, forgetting that we are populated by 8 billion people. Did not the Christ ask us to forgive our enemies? How can a heart void of impartiality be contrite in prayer?
In what language arts curriculum constraints are invocations, coordinates to cataclysm? Say amen behind condemnation in relation to extinction tactics. What gospel speaks such Jurassic static shifting stegosaurus make tectonic shift swift as predatory hunger response times when feast or famine are only illusions of choice cast in apex projection dialect? Make reality green screen Cenozoic scope written in chokehold localism behind badges. I mean masks, I mean stages where art imitating life is more mesmerizing than life living.
Alas, our stories are as old as dinosaurs, of covering the beams in our own eyes, but finding it in others. We spew toxins from our power bases, camouflage in uniforms made of thorns or migratory scales, pushing the less fortunate to gentrified areas of the jungle, becoming as obsolete as the Brontosaurus. I carry my dreams like the moon does her luminance, swallowing the black night with an awakening light. I paint the shadowy dance of life with the sweetness of burgundy wine and sugarcane juices of the finest blend. How else would I stem the smell of reptilian blood following me for eons? When sunset dimmers, I blend with the glimmering stars, riding into the light of spring's orchids and daffodils, carrying the dynamic promises and visions of better tomorrows and rising morns.
Megalodon stance, unmoved by pendulum swings of destiny. Cuckoo, cuckoo, you know how they cuckoo and shoot in broad daylight, salivate in awkward spaces, so Spinosaurus, craving the spice of life like arteries, Chronosaurus, death roll, doing their best watchmaker impersonation, grinding gears of war, make oyster perpetual fluid movements of trilogies playing with prehistoric fire that sear permanence into brain cells, turn hemisphere holding cages. Make education, de-evolution of mutant mind frame, bury creativity and sediments of envy, paint children enemies, regarding third grade test scores parallel to paleontology. We study lives that lied ways into infamy. Tell me, how many opposition beseech spirits of peace when eradication is their counter to revolution?
Oh, kindred spirits, learn to live in a world of dinosaurs like Mandela did, so that you too can find your way home. This has been the voice of Elemental and the Lantern Carrier. Thank you.
Wow, powerful. Good.
Oh, yeah.
What a great duo read.
Dynamic duo.
Woo!
Is the dynamic duo. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh. Lantern Carrier and Elemental coming at us again. Now, for those of you who are like, wait a second, that went over 3 minutes. For those of you who want to know, if 2 people sign up, or more than 2 people sign up, and they want to combine their time and do a collab, they can. I think this is like the 3rd time or that we've heard Elemental and Lantern Carrier team up to bring some fire. So make sure you go give them a follow. Also, gentlemen, you can put your info into the chat so that people know where they can follow you. And anyone as well, after you poets before, make sure you check the chat. People are always saying some very nice things about you. Okay, so it may be unfair for someone to go after this, but I think this next poet can handle it because she's really awesome. But we got to find out where she's been, and that is Stephanie Vance. Stephanie. Hi, Stephanie. Now,
Hello.
Stephanie, I think you've been here long enough to know that there's only 2 good reasons why someone shouldn't be here. Number 1, they are writing the next great human novel. Can't just be the next great American novel. It has to be the next great human novel. Or number two, they were doing the hanky-panky in a way that would make angels trade in their halos and rip their wings off. Those are the only 2 excuses we allow. So tell me, Stephanie, where have you been?
Well, I have been doing a lot of writing.
Okay. I love the way you said that. Stephanie, it's good to see you again. I hope all is well with you. Let the folks know where they can find you online so they could remind you to come back here, and then let's get into your fire.
Yeah, thank you. You can find me at Steph Makes Faces on Instagram and Twitter. If anybody's on Twitter, I'd love to connect. This is my book that Lizzie mentioned. I will put the link for that in the chat. Also nominated for a pushcart. Very excited about that. And so this piece is only on theme if you really want it bad enough. It's called We Were Friends. Remember when we were friends? Remember trading songs on the piano, Don't Let Me Down? Remember stolen late nights? Remember your praise for my words, my ear for your troubles? Of course you do. Eggs Benedict because you can, walk away because you can, or did I walk away first? I cannot play the victim, have no right to this anger like a schoolyard moan. I started it. I just never know what you mean anymore. I mean, all those times you told me you loved me, what did you mean? What does any of this mean if meaning is not a language you speak? It's just mean. I guess it's time to let you go. I've tried many times before, but this time I mean it, I swear. We didn't so much hold on as bat at each other like kittens at play, cute but skittish, but now I'm fully grown, and whatever you are, we have defied evolution and are now 2 different species, and not the kind that play nice together, but the kind whose recognition turns to fear when one of us advances. This is not the stuff of the great romances. This is primal fear. This is nothing left to do but run. This has run its course. This is over. Letting you go is room temperature coffee. It gets the job done, but I'd prefer a little warmth or at least an ice cube or two. Letting you go is the music stopping before the chord resolves, banging my head against the wall with your fingers in your ears, doing a rain dance in the desert. It's not irony, it's lunacy. Remember when we were friends? I think it's time to let you go, though I really, really don't want to. It'd be really easy for you to stay, for you to say what you mean, say what you mean. But your evolution does not allow for such ease, and mine can no longer accommodate. So take care and be well, and all the things I am supposed to say because I mean it. But remember when we were friends?
Unmute yourselves. Give it up for Stephanie.
Good to have you. Good.
Come on, Steph. That's how you
Good
bring
job,
it.
Doris.
Oh,
Great reading.
That room temperature coffee, like that line right there. Ooh, it was killer. Everyone in the chat started lighting up about it. Make sure that you go give Stephanie a follow. Remind her about Mondays. And if you're like, ooh, I really dug that poem, I missed that coffee line, go check out the New Recon Poets Cafe on YouTube and you can rewatch Stephanie's poem along with others. Thank you, Stephanie. Congratulations with your writing. I hope you do a lot more writing. I hope your life is filled with other stuff as well. That's none of my business. But nonetheless, make sure that you come back here. We miss you, Stephanie. And I've been going over your poetry too because of the anthology. Because, yeah, Stephanie had put in her work for the anthology. All right, before we move forward, because some people have come late, I don't want to share some things real quick. This is the Monday night online open mic, in case you don't know where you are. If you're watching us on Facebook, YouTube, or on Twitter, because we stream there, the Zoom number is on the screen, 279-995-364. Come hang out with us today, every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We are streaming live. We are doing this for 140 weeks in a row. Of course, you can give me a follow. Check me out on Instagram, Twitter, and on YouTube. Look up Advocate of Wordz. When you spell words, that's with a Z, because hip-hop, what? Bronx, baby, all day. Sign up begins 24 hours before the show on Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. To sign up, you visit newurekan.org and click full events calendar. After that, you would click on the date that you are signing up for. And then after that, you order yourself an artist RSVP ticket, which will put you on the open mic list. Now, that option doesn't open until Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 24 hours before the show. If you do not see that option, that means the open mic list hasn't opened yet. Do not get the view RSVP ticket if you want to sign up for the open mic list. Real quick, I want to talk about the hybrid open mic, the last of 2022. This began all in August of 2021. So 2022 is the first year we got to do a full year of it. We have been having ourselves a really good time with this. You can do poetry, comedy, music. We're doing it again this Saturday. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. Make sure you get down here a little bit early so you can hang out with us early. Always have a good time at the hybrid open mic. And the New Recon Poets Cafe, listen, the New Recon Poets Cafe has a bunch of different types of communities, right? So we have our Monday community, which is right here, the open mic Monday. Yes, to not be confused, we have an open mic going on at the cafe while we do the online. Then we have our slam community, which is on Wednesdays and Fridays. I am losing my voice again. Jesus Christmas. And we have our online community. And let me tell you, our online community is the youngest community we have in terms of how long it's been around. It's not even a full 3 years that our online community has been around. But this summer when we had our block party, our online community came out and showed up, and I love it. This is why we do the hybrid open mic, so that we could get together in person and still connect with those who are unable to get over here. Later on in the show, we're going to have Mr. Ron Mark Thompson take your requests for those of you who can't join us in the cafe but would like to be part of the Zoom presentation of the hybrid open mic. With that being said, let us get into the goodness. And now we are going to oh my God, I see that. For those of you in Zoom, did you just see that? I saw that. Terry Rose Jerkson and Jeremylissimo are hanging out together. I see y'all on Zoom. I hope you two are having yourselves a good old time. It is fantastic to see y'all. I've seen both of them in person, and they are awesome. Also, shout out to Jeff Taylor, who is wearing the best pajamas a man could wear, Spider-Man. No one ever grows out of loving Spider-Man. Especially me. All right, let us get into it. We are now going to get into the man who's going to test our censorship limits. Well, he usually does. I don't know if he's going to do it now. And that is Mr. Ed Poetastic. Ed, a pleasure to see you as always, brother. Let the folks know where they can find you online, and then it's your turn to rock.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. My turn to rhyme all the time. Help you see me sublime. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you want to follow me, I workshop. So it's going to be the chat so you know where it's at. My name is Ed Potasco, Infinite Fantastic. Please give me time to join my rhyme for Infinite Sublime. I got one piece so you know it's going to rhyme. This is called They Have Landed. To the American people, the aliens have landed. They're looking fierce and evil. Oh my God, look heavy-handed. The cricket coming down. UFOs cover the skies. They're not making any sounds. Oh my God, the dark eyes look skinny and frail. You want to meet our leader? I say more, but I'm eating Taco Bell. Oh my God, they're paying a meter. Instead of me doing the moonwalk, that's some stellar moves. Oh my God, they're gonna stand and talk. Hope our bond can improve. It appears a guy's moving towards them. Oh my, has a Confederate flag. Oh my God, looks American in them. Let us pray if he doesn't brag. He said, we don't like your kind here. Oh my God, the gray alien has read his blaster. Oh my God, man, cover your rear. Looks like a huge disaster. I know what you're thinking. I'm not doing a freaking thing. My patience is shrinking. The gray alien temper held by a string. The gray alien blasted in the sky. Dim Jim ran and hide. I feel like I almost died. What a crazy and unbelievable ride. Out of the sky came Godzilla. Now Brian stomping about. Why could it be Gilla the gorilla? Oh no, everybody scream and shout. Everybody's panicking. Oh boy, what can go wrong? Oh no, King Kong, aka the Monkey King, looks cranky and strong. There seemed to be a mirror billboard. It raised Kong versus Godzilla. Place your bets. Oh my God, people are coming in herds. Hey, on Kong. Everything's here, including my vest. This is something unrelated, but send cash to my cash app. My life is in danger just like you. Come on, show some love where it's at. I want to order something for Jumbo Juice. I know I shouldn't be scared, but who doesn't want to get rich? Screw the gecko. Go Kong. Make that giant gecko your bitch. Oh yeah, here comes the gong. Godzilla rush to Kong. God, why can't I buy popcorn? Come on, you big ape. Don't take too long. Siri, I said how to make popcorn, not porn. King Kong swing Godzilla around. They're by a scaly tail. It's like one big freakish merry-go-round. In straight detail, Kong, aim for electric rails. Godzilla's getting angry. Oh my God, smoke is coming from his mouth. Oh my God, here comes a comic bomb, frankly. It's like me eating a plate of Brussels sprouts. Godzilla's breathing a huge beam. Mr. King Kong by hair. I know it's just steam. Godzilla, that was shitty and unfair. Wait, where are they staring at? Billboards for donuts and burritos? Don't stare and look at that. They're still fighting. Oh my God, I'm gonna explode. Oh my God, Godzilla's giving me the finger. I need a giant robot ASAP. You big grand cold-blooded stinger. I can't believe I saw that. Now they're holding hands. They're probably getting something to eat. I don't really understand. What happened to the brawling heat? Don't go away. I bet everything on you. I pray on this day. All my criticals will go higher than the moon. What happened to the great aliens? A sign that says, I owe you. Oh my God, so much chaos I transcend. What are we possibly going to do? Thank you.
Just in the nick of time, too. Just under 3 minutes. Give it up for Ed, y'all.
Yeah.
Good job.
Fire rhyme.
Fantastic.
A little good humor.
Fantastic.
The world is ending. Send money to my Cash App. Make sure you go give Ed a follow. Ed, put your info in the chat so that people know where they can give you a follow and what your Cash App is so they can send you some money. Ed Poetastic, a mainstay member of this community. Moving right along, we are going from the end of the world to another universe. Yes, we are going into the Skiff-verse to be with the Jedi Master, the true Lower East Side of the New Eureka Poets Cafe OG, Mr. Paul Skiff. Paul, I love having you in this community. For those who don't know, I actually got to meet Paul when I started with the cafe after I was made the Slam team. I officially became an employee here and started making money at the cafe, hosting an open mic at 1 a.m. in the morning. And one of the people who would come quite often was Mr. Paul Skiff. I love this dude. He knows a great deal of history about the cafe, way more than I do. I am still trying to learn. I'm still trying to learn a tenth of what this man knows. Paul, let the good folks know where they can find you online, and then let's get into your fire.
Oh, luckily both my presences online are available this week. Skiffgram on the IG and paulskiff.com suddenly magically reappeared. Now, I'm glad to follow Ed. See, that's what a poem can be. That was just so terribly good. I'm not on theme, but I am a dinosaur. Skiffosaurus Reck. That's WRECK. So I have just something really short and terribly vulgar. And so if you don't like vulgarity, time to mute him. So what I feel is only a small part of what I once felt. There, I spit out my heart. Now it will swallow the river that reverberates like our parents fucking above us, pretending to want what we want, to have sex with the part of ourself not loved by ourself. Hidden heart, where all want peels an apple after having erected a wall with cement of blood. Break the brick, and there is the Holy Spirit of delirious come shout. First blast of light to have reached earth. The first two things ever put on the same place pour like unconsciousness into undiscovered location of thought buried on memories diffused longevity. The first hands that picked a berry. Who is my juice? Emergency, emergency, spelled by heart in rhythm of forgotten symbols. Turn out the lights. I wish, I want, I ask, I need, I doubt. I run, I wait, I see, I leave. Climb back over your sore, sore mouth. I prefer, I insist, I tell, I know, I stop, I cross out the ocean. Sound flushes the street. Bravely now embark on a word. Bravely now embark on a word. Bravely now embark on a word, on a word. I steer, I move, I collect, I pass, I founder. I'm thousands. I'm an individe you all. I could be rain. Sun comes down cold. I can fly ice. The angry truth in my stomach. Someone was starving. Put her vulva inside me, and shaking came all over my memory, my spine, my breath, with her cramps and instinct, puzzled to hear her own tongue pronounced with conviction. If you are alive, you are beautiful and going to be eaten by sorrow, sickness, and death. If you are alive, you are beautiful and going to be eaten by sorrow, sickness, and death. But I am a form of betweenness and the universe because it is unnecessary. is a distraction, offering my body to you. I give you the you that is in me. Now, puke. Now, puke.
Mute yourselves. Give it up for Paul Skip.
You are just so damn good. Yeah,
Force
thanks,
is
Paul.
strong with the Jedi
Yeah.
Master, and he
Damn good.
never, I mean, never misses.
Blast.
It's like puts us in a trance and everything. You get make sure that you rewatch tonight and listen to Paul's poem again. There are so many quotables, and even I have been listening to open mics and reading and listening to poetry, and even I know at times that I missed stuff the first time around. Make sure you go and re-listen to this poem. I know I am. Paul Skiff, you can check him out, paulskiff.com, his website. Or apparently Instagram's let him back on. Congratulations, Troublemaker, for getting back on IG. You can check him out at Skiff Graham, a mainstay member of this community. Thank you, Paul. I appreciate you, brother. All right, let us go to another mainstay member whose name sounds like a troublemaker, but she's really not. She's a sweetheart, and that is Tara Lee. Tara, a 3-time published author. Let the people know where they can find you online, and then let's get into your poetry, sis.
Hey everybody, I am Tara Lee. You can check out all of my social media and ways to get my books on taralee.com. That is TERRALEIGH.com. Once again, TERRALEIGH.com. So I tried to write on theme today, and this is brand new, like since 2 o'clock. So let's see how it goes. And then I got one more for you guys from my latest book. I am going through old boxes, throwing trash away. As I'm rummaging, I find high school notebooks, college essays, action figures, and anime merch. I dust off the memories, peek inside these fossils buried in time, reminisce over my childhood and wonder where my mind went. I keep everything tucked away in a new box, memorabilia of when life didn't show me just how cruel it was, relics to pass on to the next generation, that there is still happiness somewhere. That's my first one, everyone. And then this one is from my latest book. It is called Fire. They warned me to never play with fire. So I watched it from a distance, let the heat graze my skin. I'd watch it burn bright, determined to keep the house warm, watch it change clothes depending on what it mixed with. I'd light a match just to see how close it would trail to my fingers. I even watched it gobble my garage down because no one was paying attention. I watched it crackle in the night sky, sometimes in a person's eyes, and I hear it grow in focused voices. I inhaled it from others. Now it rises and falls in my chest. I'm an adult now, so I can make my own rules. Thank you, everybody.
Unmute yourself. Give it up for Tara Lee.
Yeah, watched it from a distance.
Right on. Tara, always with the heat.
Thank
Congrats
you.
on the newest book.
Yeah, nice job.
A mainstay member of this community, 3-time published author, and the person with the most gangster name in this community, even though she's so nice. Tara Lee, shout out to Mama Lee. I hope that she is well as, I hope she is good as well, or as well also. I don't know, I'm not doing poems tonight, I'm just hosting. Make sure you go give Tara Lee a follow. Shout out to Whitney Salgado, who's checking in. Never forget Whitney, she is always giving us love. Shout out out to Mark Colby, who's always also checking in. I'm digging your background, Mark. I'm digging your background. Who else we got here who didn't? Safongo out in Africa, getting up really late or really early, who's listening in on us. I appreciate you, brother. Hi, Denisha. I hope all is well with you. Denisha is someone who constantly checks in on us and listens in. Joseph Puma, who has been watching us for a while, finally joined us last week, and now he's not here. Hey, Joseph, where have you been, man? Because you signed up for the workshop, and I never see you anymore. So I hope all's well. In fact, what's funny is that Joseph signed up for the workshop, and the one he's gone to so far was hosted by Mariella, because I wasn't able to do it. But Mariella did a fine job. Right now, she's not with us. She is busy taking care of so much. She's got a lot on her plate, yo. So shout out to my girlfriend, Mariella, the first lady of Mondays. Oh, there goes Joseph. He just put on his video. What's up, Joseph? I hope all is well with you, brother. Who else, real quick? Voiced Volumes is listening in. Lawrence Chan. The New York Mets just got Justin Verlander. Pfft. Congratulations to Lawrence Chan. All right, I'm going to shout out some other people who haven't signed up on the open mic but are here to listen. But I want to get back to the open mic. Also, Terry Rose Jerkson and Jeremy Lee Simo, I sent you a message. Make sure that you check it out. But now we are getting to this man who it feels almost as if this theme was made for him. And that is none other than the urban cowboy poet, a.k.a., just for tonight, a.k.a. John Hammond, urban cowboy poet. A pleasure to see you, brother. Let the folks know where they can find you online, and then the floor is yours.
Pleasure to you. Greg is not here because he's still coming down from his high for performing for the United Nations General Assembly in Carnegie Hall last Friday. Whew. So there's another excuse for not being here on Monday. On Monday night, Greg was doing what he had to do to get to Carnegie Hall. Practice, practice, practice. And so for people in New York who want to send me, I put ticket info in the chat with a promo code for half price tickets. I know some people said they were interested. Be another great concert, January 20th. I also put in the photo for Greg's Pushcart nominated book, The Good Read, and a feature coming up and my YouTube and Facebook channel, or UCPs. My name is John Hammond. I manage a wildlife sanctuary full of adventure and a bit scary. Not the place to be in after dark. Welcome to Jurassic Park. You know dinosaurs through their bones, but now we've produced living clones. We found their genes in bugs and amber when we opened some with a hammer. Our zoologists managed at last to recreate the distant past. I invite you to wax poetic about our breakthrough in genetics. Today, our lab announced a new batch of eggs that are about to hatch. We cloned many species. It is thrilling to give life to 17-ton children. Come ride with me. Your eyes will feast on giant prehistoric beasts. Oh, look, what's coming over the hill? A hadrosaur with its big duck bill. Stegosaur and Triceratops. I spy a apatosaur above the treetops. A brachiosaur, and look what's next. The mighty Tyrannosaurus Rex. Yes, there are some carnivores that prey on plant-eating dinosaurs. Allosaurs, velociraptors too. They feed on herbivores, not on you. Whoever told you it's not safe lied. It's been days since anyone died. Just so you remember to keep your favorite body parts in the Jeep. If you wander onto paths unbeaten, there's a small chance you'll get eaten. Those are the rules. If you follow along, then nothing could possibly go wrong. What? Uh-oh. My scientists are reporting in their blogs they use DNA from transgender frogs. The most fearsome creatures ever on Earth are rejecting their gender assigned at birth. Hormones were making the females bothered. They yearned to be mothers. They needed fathers. And up till now, they've managed to hide their sex change. Now they wear it with pride. It seems we have a situation, an exploding raptor population. I see some chasing us in the mirror. That means they're closer than they appear. Whichever way this day ends, be sure to bring all your friends when you return to Jurassic Park. I must go now. It's getting dark.
Yeah, that was so clever.
Give it up for the Urban Cowboy Poet.
Ooh, with it though.
I enjoyed that, Bourbon Cowboy. Yeah, thank you.
Love it, man.
Coming
So-
back to Carnegie Hall, January 20, with the Oberlin Conservatory and College Orchestra, Choir, and Chorus Ensemble.
Make sure you go give him a follow. You can find out more info about that. I think he put it in the chat. Urban Cowboy Poet, make sure that you put it into the chat again. And of course, you know, he, for those who don't know, Urban Cowboy Poet, he likes to wear that hat. And the first time I saw him, I swore, I was like, that's the guy from Jurassic Park. The Urban Cowboy Poet, who we have met in person. Wonderful human being. Who you see on Zoom is what you get in person. The Urban Cowboy Poet. All right. So I have mentioned it before, and you know about him. This is not the time to sign up, but we want to hear his voice because he does so much great work for us behind the scenes, including what he does on Sunday, the Secret Sunday Mission. And that is my man, Mr. Ron Mark Thompson. I also want to say this too, folks. I want to let you know that Ron Mark Thompson has not only donated his time to the cafe, he's actually donated some equipment, and including he keeps donating it. I've been trying to get Ron, you know, to get paid to do certain things for the cafe, and you know what he does with that money? You think he goes out and he lives his best life? No, he goes out and he buys more equipment for the cafe. This man is something else. Mr. Ron Mark Thompson, brother, let the people know what you got going on.
Thank you so much. Well, that's just how I like to give back to the community, you know, because the New Eureka Poets Cafe, after all, is a non-profit organization. And yes, you know, volunteering can be done many different ways, whether it's giving your time or giving equipment. And I always want to make sure that our programs at the cafe are at the best we can do. So keep coming to the New Eureka Poets Cafe. Keep supporting us. Lots of programs coming up in this month. Advocate will promo some of them again a little bit later on. Personally, I do not have anything scheduled for this week, but you can follow me at Ron Mark Thompson on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Yeah, Twitter is still alive. Stephanie, I followed you after you said that you're on Twitter because you did request that people follow you on Twitter, so I followed you. All right, so I'm going to introduce the next performer, which is Marsha on my list. Advocate gave me a different one, but I'm going to go by the list. So Marsha, it's good to have you back. I think I didn't see you some Mondays previously. I hope you're there. I'm asking you to unmute. You are muting, Marsha. Marsha, are you there? Yay, you are. I'm sounding like Marsha. Marsha, I think that's like a TV show that I didn't watch, but it's very known to America. Marsha, it's good to have you back. Let everyone know where we may follow you, and then go ahead with your 3 minutes.
Thank you, Ron. Peace and blessings. Thank you to all the poets before me and after me. This poem is called Deflection. Ron, can you hear me well?
Yes, I pretty assume everyone else can hear you as well.
Thank you. All right. Deflection. I am who I am, and many don't know my capabilities or my full brain has been seen. Highly protected of my peace when paper to pen becomes life, unspoken words that wonder within the passion in me. Many try to throw me off my positive vibe and the goodness of this journey of mine. The journey never stops. Its pitfalls are experiences shape, mold, and define the core. The reflection you see when you look in the mirror can't lie to save the exterior that you portray to be. When all have been through trials, lost in the wilderness, alone within self in a room filled with people. Room full of people, yet the smile on my face spoken genuinely and true. From the heart meant to transform me too. When trials and the test of your will come head to head to shift your core with malice and evil intent, when the door continues to close and the olive branch you continue to extend, when laughter spoken and socialize with those who wish death and project their hate your way with a smile on their face. Those who think that they know you and attempt to create persona. You took time to think how I could disturb her peace, take the light within and have hate take a seat. I hate that she's so positive, happy and free. How can I take it away? Gonna try, maybe today I can harvest a piece of all that she portrays. Dim the light, the essence that she is, because my hate for self lies in the truth. I choose not to see, I refuse to look at me, yet I'll continue my hand and blame all my lack on thee. You take your precious time of life, the one of your own, just to conspire. You never get it. You can't see through my eyes nor my soul. That's my own, my spirit that soars for every day's blessing that God has bestowed. The many downfalls and funerals lost without a cause. He carried me through, blind faith showed me he's real and true. Your hate, anger, and shame is your own projected towards me, because the hand of deceit for yourself is clean, and you still ain't gonna get what I'm trying to say. Confusion is the way that the enemy makes his way, an invitation to use your vessel and enough reason to stay, hibernate, incubate, just to take over. Now the host of you, the reflection, don't look the same because darkness has taken its place and you don't even know. They say that when people come hard, it must be true. How soon did you forget when someone did it to you? You forgot what it felt like to be down, spoken down to, the hand you played, how you weren't good enough, where you lacked self and the love lost in the marriage, the bottle that calls your name, the infidelities, how you play, lie, cheat. The world turns as people do, become the same people that did it to you. That's where we're different. I vowed a long time ago not to be the reflection of those who caused my afflictions. I was not going to be the abuser. One once told me, I'm not you, shutting my heart to the door, the realization that the heart wasn't true. Those words haunted me because I said, I love you. It was the lesson I needed in the journey of mine, to know my heart won't be tainted with what others think I should be. It was time to go away from the facade of love that dragged me, shattered my heart, and all my attempts just not to bleed. The time to protect all of me. Those words changed my life, and I choose to be bitter, I choose not to be bitter, yet better for me. I will not allow hate to reside in me. My heart is mine. And with that, I define the light, peace, and serenity from the divine. It's most important not to let hate breathe, live, no take of me. I know God exists and pure hearts can understand this. It's okay to say you're not on my page. Your healing will start one day. Thank you.
Thank you. And everyone, please give positive vibes to Marsha.
Marsha, yeah.
That's right. That's right, Marsha. Come through. Healing starts today. Let's go. Let's go, Marsha. Dope.
Thank you.
That is so true. Yes, Marsha, I am so glad you came here and read this. It needed to come out. We're giving you so much positive vibes, and hate will not come or bloom, So, and by the way, we did hear you, we didn't see you, but that's your brand by you covering with your head. Yeah, now we can see you, yes, But now I realize maybe that's why she asked me if we can hear you. But yeah, we heard you loud and clearly, though we saw your head. But that I'm so happy that you're here. Thank you so much, Marsha. All right, going to the next, also a mainstay from out of town, all the way from the south in Florida. He is no dinosaur, but he may have something on the dinosaur theme, which I love, by the way, today. Gustav, thank you so much for your private message to me yesterday. You are truly a wonderful person. I really appreciate you. Go ahead and let everyone know where we may follow you, and then your 3 minutes are all yours.
Thank you, Ron. Love you right back, brother. I have a brand new shit. This is like 15 minutes old. And an old dinosaur poem, more a dinosaur of a poem. This is T-Rex of Love. I'm the Magus. I've got the magic tongue. Cunniling Gustav, the greatest song ever sung. So let's look deep inside. A herd of lions is a pride. Seduce the people with these rhymes. Be the wind that rocks the chimes, create the future you seek. I'm surely starting to peak like a T-Rex on the hunt. These are truths we must confront, that love is all and love is the way. Is there really anything left to say? And this is probably one of my oldest poems.
Many of you have heard it, but somebody told me the other day that everybody needs to hear this. I'm very proud of it, so here it is. This is the Gaian epiphany. I've just had an epiphany. It's all become clear like cut glass crystal from Tiffany that all of this, all we see, we're an organism, interplanetary. God, we're Gaia. We're chaos born. We're not some womb from which we're torn, but we're one single entity, one world of infinite diversity. E pluribus unum is one way to put it. And until you see it, your third eye's hooded from the beauty of this revelation. For you must see the implication, sex, race, religion. These are artificial memes. And by dividing, we've conquered our own higher dreams of evolving into the Gaia mind. Or you're willfully choosing to be blind, then you devolve to become what you believe. Outside this hole, as you perceive a parasite on this earth, our host, you always hurt what you love the most. Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost are chaos, oh my God, Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost are, what has happened to me? I'm choking. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna end it right here because I just choked. Thank you, guys. Oops.
Wow, everyone, nevertheless, please give a big round of applause for Gustav.
Gustav, I was just wondering.
Gustav, we got
nice.
you. We got you, man. Poetic
Yeah, that is one of your best
we got
poems,
you, man.
Love that poem. I've heard that a few times.
Breathe, Gustav,
Thank you.
breathe. Real.
That's right. Listen to Elemental. It can happen to the best, you know. So yes, I'm so sorry, Gustav. But hey, we got most of it though. So thank you so much, Gustav, for being here. Nevertheless, we really, really appreciate it. All right, next performer so we were just in Florida. Now we're going to go even further. We're going to go all the way to Japan. And talking about the theme, dinosaur, well, Japan, I mean, I'm sure dinosaurs were all over. Yes, you know, but Japan gave us Godzilla. And thanks to Japan, Godzillas are running all over the world in many different versions. And we also got Poetic out of Japan. Poetic, how are you? Let everyone know where we may follow you and then go ahead with your 3 minutes.
Glad to see you, Ron. Every time, thank you so much. Yeah. And tonight, last night, FIFA World Cup soccer team Japan was beaten by Croatia. Wow, great Croatia. So in Japan, soccer is popular as baseball. So tonight, my new shit, dinosaur, future the baseball. So Papa advocates, baseball Papa advocates will enjoy. Please, I hope you all love it. Dinosaur, 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 you're a dinosaur. You eat dinosaur, you even chemicals, you eat the political, you eat cops, you eat corpses, you eat human souls, you eat human resources. You're a dinosaur. Dinosaur. You're a dinosaur, you eat average Joe, eat Joe DiMaggio, Vaseline Marilyn Monroe, you eat Christian Dior, you eat emperors, wanna praise something historical, you eat a global, you are a dinosaur, oh, dinosaur, you're a dinosaur, you have no blood. You have no tears, I have only the snare, I have only the gnome, I have only the scorn, I have lots of rifles, but now I have homes, on Google, yes, dinosaur, we must be dinosaurs, We should devour armies of demons. We don't lose this battle. Dinosaurs were enormous, but they all died off. We are at a crossroads on becoming dinosaurs now. Sayonara, home run, game-ending grand baseball, young dinosaur, thank you.
Unmute yourselves. Give it up for Poetic.
Poet Talk is a damn
Next
dude.
level, Poet
I'm
Talk.
telling you.
Video.
Doesn't matter what that
Very
dude does.
calm.
That dude
Very nice.
just makes spectacular
Just
ideas, man. For real. Talk's a beast, man. I'll give it that dude.
There we go.
Make sure you go give him a follow. Check him out on YouTube, Poetic. And y'all know who've been following me for a while. I love the poetry and the closed form poetry that comes out of Japan. I've studied the history of it. It's fantastic. And yes, Japan is about their baseball too. And I love me some baseball as well. Make sure you go give Poetic a follow. Always giving us love out in Japan. Thank you, brother. Also want to give a shout out to Gustav Salas, the Magus. Fantastic poet. Love this dude's energy. He's come up to New York City a couple of times. I can't wait for him to come up a third time. And of course, shout out to Marcia Rivera. That woman has some phenomenal energy. Love having her around. So one problem with her, she needs to be around more. We want to hear more of her and in person. Hope all is well with you, Marcia. You are always in our thoughts. Appreciate you being part of the community. And before we move forward, I'd like everyone to unmute themselves and give some love to Mr. Ron Mark Thompson. Thank you, Ron. Appreciate you, brother.
Love you, Ron.
Mr. Ron Mark Thompson, make sure you check out his organization, Bronx Art and Fun Hub. I'm dyslexic. Did I say it right this time, Ron? Bronx Art and Fun. Okay. I'm always switching it up on him, you know. I apologize about that. Ron Mark Thompson, a valuable member of this community as well. Oh, someone's calling the new yo. Should I? No, I'm not going to answer it right now. It's our off hours, technically, and I'm hosting the show right now. Also want to give a shout out. Is he still here? Yes, he is. Mr. Paul Conqueso checking in with us. I think this man is out and about in the world on holiday, or he's about to. Oh, he is. He's not. I don't think he's even in our time zone. So appreciate you, brother. Who else? There was a couple. Melinda Lucas, who's always checking in with us. Melinda, I hope that your day is going well. We also have someone, Ajade Sims. I hope I'm saying your name right, Ajade, or Ajada. I think it's Ajade. Nonetheless, thank you for checking this out. I hope that you are enjoying tonight as much as I am. And I feel like there's one more person who's not on the open mic list that I didn't mention. Open Minds, Open Mic. Appreciate you for checking this out. Wait, that's someone different. Wait, that's someone. There must be a party going on over there. Oh, okay. That's who I know as Open Minds, Open Mics. But I don't know who the other person is. Nonetheless, you're welcome too. Loving your smile, by the way. I hope you are enjoying yourself. All right, so let us get back to the open mic list. And now we are going with Marty. Let me unmute Marty, who is becoming a mainstay member of this community. We got in the veins. She can't leave. So, Ijada. I hope I'm saying your name right, Ijada. She put it in there. Nonetheless, we're going to Marty right now. You know the deal, sis. Let the folks know where they can find you online. And, wait, is there anyone going to walk in the background and disturb your poetry like last time? I remember that.
No, probably. I mean, I hear my 2-year-old calling me mommy downstairs, so he might just come across. You know, I got kids everywhere. They like just pop out like dinosaurs. They just happen.
Yeah, I love it. All right, let the folks know where they can find you online, and let's get into your poetry, sis.
So my name is Marty. I'm originally from Brooklyn. I'm Brooklyn. I am Brooklyn. You know, I'm born and raised in Bed-Stuy. I'm living out in PA. Here I go. So I did do a poem for the dinosaur theme. I don't even have a name for it. Let's go. All right. Sometimes it's hard to walk forward. All it takes is for one storm to transform our paved road into a dense jungle. Surroundings nurture men and women alike with dismal desires in a Jurassic dystopia. A place where Brachiosaurus evolved into projects for us, and they will never go extinct because they have an unlimited supply of souls to eat. Necks made of bricks towering high in the sky with hundreds of eyes on each side. Look up, see the trapped children on tippy toes looking outside, wave high. Innocent smiles behind bars. At night, you can see their little hands reaching out, trying to catch stars that seem so close, yet we know they are so far. We are all surrounded by these mysterious creatures. Some have miles of tentacles constructed of men in corporate suits who lash out and destroy the stable bridges that we try to create for our youth. They build glass ceilings that are damn near impenetrable, and they think we are primitive and laugh as they hand us a rock and a chisel. Tyrannosaurus Rex evolved into tyrants who owned farms of men, women, and children that were used as cattle, branded with poverty and only allowed to graze on a few grains of rice daily, purposely starved for pleasure, purposely worked to death, mazes of mass graves, and history repeats itself over and over and over and over, from Cambodia's killing fields, the Holocaust, Rwanda, indigenous natives systematically slaughtered throughout the Caribbean, even in the sunny state of California. Oh, this great American nation, a place where people are allowed to fly flags of treason so proudly, where the branches of trees are forever bent from the weight of hanging bodies. The list is infinite because it is still going on. Chernobyl's radioactivity combined with China's pollution has nothing on the levels of hate within the Earth's atmosphere today. Surely it is the hate that will end us all. I want to laugh when they say dinosaurs are extinct. I say no. They just evolved and lost their feathers and beaks. Now they have skin just like you and me, predators of man in plain sight, plotting their next siege.
Why unmute yourself? Give it up for Marty.
Come through, Marty.
The whole poem was just incredible. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So nice. Yes.
So many quotables right there. And guess what, folks? You could go rewatch it on YouTube. Marty, thank you so much. Uninterrupted Marty, by the way, right? But listen, I know what it is to have, a kid. I know what it is to be, a parent. And I know how difficult it is to get some time to run away and share your poetry. So, Marty, I appreciate you greatly. Of course, your family is always welcome on your Zoom camera where we are doing this. Woo, that poem had a lot of quotables in it. Marty, thank you very much. One of our newest mainstay members of the community. Mommy, no, I'm here. It's the Monday Night Online Open Mic. Get your life right, kid. I raised you better. That's how all of y'all should be acting. Marty is setting the tone. Appreciate you, sis. All right, let's keep it moving. Next coming up is Raw James. We're gonna unmute this man and find out where he's been. Monday comes every week. I just want to let you know that, Raw. Monday comes every week. How are you, brother? All is well with you, I hope?
I'm doing all right. I was sick for a bit. I've just been living life, man. Family, my nephew's football season, so all that's done with now. And then I got sick. I was actually signed up to show up last Thursday, and then I couldn't. I had this coughing fit that I couldn't get rid of. So hopefully I can make it through tonight. But you know what? I'm never far, and you guys are like a safe harbor. I just know when to pull into port, when I need to recharge and feel the vibe of the family. So, I told you last time, I ain't going nowhere. You ain't going to get rid of me. I love you guys. I love listening to all this. So I got a couple of pieces I want to share. I wasn't sure what I was going to share. I didn't even, I keep forgetting Monday's a theme, so I don't write by themes anyway. So I'm just going to share and, do with it what you will. This first piece is called Friendship Bound. I'm trying to breathe, but my nose wants to quit. Yelling in silence, my body has forgotten its function. A persistent morsel from a late night conversation germinates in this dreamscape where there is no escape. Is it subliminal? Lust neatly wrapped in a nightmare? Or is it fear playing Ring Around the Roses in my mind, questioning my respect for her? Is this a weak moment? An unspoken want from a friendship bound by platonic intimacy in the playground of the sunwalkers. His younger self astrals to her spiritual wilds as his midsummer eve flows as aged wine, water falling into a fountain of youth. They both venture to where poets speak and singers swoon, songs of lust connected to the tone-deaf beat of the Nile as unspoken words appear in captions above. No promises of tomorrow, only pure human desire in this realm where everything is surreal. Up is wrong, down is right, as they explore the unforbidden fruit, as juices ooze onto a canvas of unexpected excitement. An ode to all in, wet and slow tongue kissing, uninhibited volcanic touches of raw carnal humanness. As tempting, I'm still trying to breathe. The mind says yes, but the heart says, let's be friendship bound. Screw it, let's just fuck. End of poem. And then this last piece, this is this is my newest piece. It's called Free of the Cage. I'm free of the cage, out of the mind's prison to see the candlelight shining the art of my life. I am my joys, I am my mistakes, in beauty's splendor, no longer lonely, no longer pain. I am free to fall, free to soar. No longer afraid to be, I welcome dark clouds dancing in the rain's content. I am the morning dew, I am the evening mist, foolishly in love, the key that unlocks. No longer lonely, no longer pain. I am free to fall, free to soar. I am the secret to my desires, lost in my pain, to be found as my cure. An unwavering idea of squandered time, no longer worried, anxious no more. No longer lonely, no longer pain. I am free to fall, free to soar. I am free of the cage, in flow with grace. I am evolution forward. I am free of the lies, free in my truth, back to the unknown, no longer lonely, no longer pain. I am free, 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 until I am no more. End of poem. Blessing, poets.
Unmute yourselves. Give it up for Raw James.
So true, raw.
Yeah, super raw.
True.
Thank you.
Yeah, it feels better. We make sure you feel better.
Love having him part of this community. Yes, feel better, Raw. And how can you be mad at a man who writes poetry like that? And that smile lights up the room, man. Appreciate you being part of this community, Raw. I'm glad you are not going anywhere, and I do hope that you feel better and you keep coming back every Monday. Okay, Raw James, a mainstay member of this community. Love having him around. All right. Next up is another mainstay member of this community, and that is the gangster, Catherine. I love calling Catherine gangster. Hi, Catherine. I hope all is well with you. Catherine does wonderful at the workshop. Love having her there, and I'm so happy we've been able to get her here on Monday nights. Catherine, let the folks know where they can find you online, and then let's get into your fire.
Okay, I'm on Instagram at Lady Catherine May. Here's my poem. I found me missing my own hands, summer's gloves on the top shelf, having dug paths through flooded lands, a wavering winter fraught self, with rusted knuckles, old bones, swiftly we shift into withered stones. Summer's gloves on the top shelf, holes patched with a blister. Scyther's grip on freshly mowed health. Wears the skin, sticky and sinister. thorned and burned of spring weeding, gestures overcut roses still bleeding. Having dug paths through flooded lands, sculpture from the scrub's wild rage, tunneling through nature's reprimands to carve a landscape of age. Palms of the sun and of the dirt fall solemnly flat on the earth. A wavering winter fraught self buckles with rocks on chest, a hug. Weighted, though quiet in stealth, like dust upon a wool rug. Sinking further to the ground, the cold wraps a body around. With rusted knuckles, old bones, grasping what's left of life to hold until we, the beholden within the unknown, fingers at new angles hardly unfold. Between veins, a skeleton disappearing, dead to life, or living, death fearing. Swiftly we shift into withered stones, sending last breath to eternal length, where sitting upon underground thrones, the arms I'll hold with new strength. As the dinosaur discovered, brushed up to light, sands of self, fossils, we are light as life. Thank you.
Ooh, unmute yourselves. Give it up for Catherine.
Thank you. Yeah.
Oh,
Beautiful.
Catherine, we are light as light. Come on. That's called last line damage. Let's go. Go.
Make sure you give Catherine a follow at Lady Catherine May. I love this woman's writing. I love it. And for those of you who don't know or who aren't part of the workshop, we are always looking to dissect Catherine's poetry to find out more about her. She is like, we feel like she is well guarded, but we still like, we feel like she's given us so much, but we're still trying to figure out so much about her. I love her writing, always about nature, and I didn't see the dinosaurs coming. So then when she started mentioning dinosaurs, I was like, oh, she's on topic. Is this new? Is this not new? Listen, if we don't know if this is new or not, this is what you need to do. Go give her a follow and find out. Catherine, thank you so much for signing up and being part of this community. I love having you here on Mondays. And of course, I love hanging out with you on Sundays as well. Looking forward to the 18th, Catherine. Looking forward to it. All right, let's keep moving. Next up is DG Clearing. And listen, folks, I'm not going to say it, DG. I'm not going to tell them. But I found out what D and G stands for. I'm not going to put it out there, all right? I just want you to know that that's our secret, brother, all right? But for the first time in like 2 years, I figured it out.
Yeah. That's okay.
DG, let the folks know where they can find you online and not your real full name. And now let's get into your poetry.
You know, you can find me online at DG Clearing and just punch it in. I just got published in I Can't Breathe, Volume 2. It's put out by Underground Press through Bloomington College. I'd like to thank Paul Concaso, who put it all together. Pick it up. It's available on Amazon. I have one poem for you tonight. Above my bed. The handyman around the building with his moth-eaten and moldy hat, who haunts me in my dreams and has to be at least 95 years old. I asked him to fix the hole in my roof above my bed. It took him forever. He sat in the bedroom chair and stared at the void for hours, like it was going to give him an answer about the meaning of life. All of a sudden, he stood up and said, if I understood what the chasm of the womb meant, and then patched the decaying hollow with tin, weathered boards, nails, and tar, and then left. All I could think was, he's a crazy old man. who's antiquated from a bygone era, dated and done for, a living fossil, an ancient that is ready to expire, who once had it, but is now a has-been. He's behind the times, obsolete, from a vintaged age that's unstyled and unfashionable, whose rope is burned and his fire is smoldering. From the crack and explosion in the air, I was startled and awakened, and I saw the blue ice meteor crash through the patch-tinned roof as it crushed me. Just like how the dinosaurs died. Thank you.
Unmute yourselves. Give it up for DG Clearing.
Appreciate it, everybody.
Always with that energy, man. Love
Yeah.
that dude. DG's a beast, man. Love that dude.
I could picture DG Clearing in like a black box theater doing his one-man show, having the audience eat out of his hand. I love this dude's energy. DG Clearing, you can find him on Facebook, Instagram, or you can find him here on Monday nights with us, a mainstay member of this community for quite some time as well. I hope all is well with you, brother. Always looking sharp. Always looking sharp. All right. We are down to our last three poets. Next coming up is Samuel Rain, a.k.a. Darkman Blues, a.k.a. Complicated Passions. Brother, a pleasure to see your smoothness as always. Let the folks know where they can find you online, and then let's get into your words.
Okay, online, you can find me right here every Monday from now on at the Norican Poets Cafe Live Open Mic. Also on IG as dark_man_blues, or you can just go to my website, darkmanblues.com. So I'm going to get right into it. Check it out. It was murder and I wrote it. Could have been me inked from the edge of this pen, but it's you I'm writing in. Caught up in the crime scene, it was love and the conversation, a dark side of romance, tied up, choked up, gave up. She was the last word I would pen. Her name is poetry. You see, I couldn't speak a foreign language, so I translated love to her as though I were the Rosetta Stone, flowing lines of seduction, sharing ancient memories of a lost civilization. She would find this dark man being the sun, flowering her emotions. This prelude would lead me to foreplay after the conversation. Yes, I am that mystery lost in your dreams that tomorrow you wake to when I am away, those voices in the pillow echoing last night's memories, tracing imprints left on sheets. 5 a.m, you feeling the clone in me, my name still resonating in an undisclosed location. And now, a look inside Darkman Blues if life were a movie. I've looked back at the past. This could not be me, so broken, sad are the memories. Black lives the same, once postcard painted pictures, photos hung from trees. They look like today's caught on live TV. This must be a movie. We always die in the movies. It can't be dead and buried, hashtag my name. I'm about to be this sin when the killing starts. See how it ends? Some scenes have been deleted. This graveyard holds the contents of my past. No happy memories, just the ones you wanted me to believe. Your promises on paper, they be worthless. You checking the value of my life. Pictures don't lie. They paint you living out your yesterdays today when you had the rights to kill me, being I was once a slave. You haven't changed. Your fears that we have, knowing the real you, your attempt at erasing the truth when we can see right through you. America's got hidden agendas filled by history's lies. Poets speak truth to justice because it's just us telling it without deleted scenes. My life is not a movie. I am Darkman Blues. Thank you.
Unmute yourselves and give it up for Darkman Blues.
How you doing, man?
Thank you.
Good.
Brother is one of the smoothest poets on the Zoomverse. Darkman Blues, aka Complicated Passions, aka Samuel Rain. Make sure you give him a follow. Brother, make sure you put your info into the chat as well, because as we know, most people, including myself, we don't write things down when we're listening, and we get lazy and we're not typing things out, but it would be much easier to click a link. Samuel Rain, a mainstay member of this community, and apparently we're going to be seeing more of him on a consistent basis, which I am looking forward to. Thank you, brother. All right, we're down to our last two poets, and Marty's being a mom. There we go. Her baby's like, all right, mom, I'll let you do poetry, but after that, you got to take care of me. All right, let's keep it moving. We are now going to the other side of the globe, at least the other side for me, and I'm on the other side from him, and that is our brother, Unmesh Mohekar, published author. Man is, when he's not diving into caves, he is performing at poems all over India, and on the Zoomverse, he's got his own open mic. Unmesh, let the folks know where they can find out all of your goodness, and then let's get into your fire.
Hey, Advocate. Hello, everyone. I'm Unmesh Mohitkar on Facebook and Instagram. And thanks, New York Cafe. This has been an amazing journey of 2 years or something. And thanks to Paul Conqueso for publishing me in his magazine. And what a wonderful program it was with a huge screen, twice my size. That was amazing. Thanks, Paul. Okay, here we go. Green trees everywhere. I am walking on the hills alone on a muddy path, still wet. Due to recent rains, even now raindrops are falling from the tree leaves. The rain is testing the limit of everyone in the jungle. Suddenly, the jungle fell silent. I see a dinosaur-like creature. His skin is not as shiny as dinosaurs in the Jurassic Park movie. He is a poor dinosaur with algae and fungus on his skin. He cannot afford the expensive special effects and VFX. Still, his eyes are fiery. Oh my God, I'm meeting a dinosaur for free. Most of the life-changing events like birth and death are for free. He was tall and handsome, but he was having a bent in his back. The ugly dinosaur asked me, "Are you human?" I said, I am not proud of it, but yes, I am. His eyes are red now. I can see that he is very angry. I wanted to run, but he caught me. You humans made me dance, fight, eat, and make love in your movies. Now, I see a chance of negotiation. I might not die. Looking into his eyes, I said, but you got publicity. Dinosaur said, yes, but look at me. I am living in poor condition. I want money. Show me the money. Without thinking, I decided to take him to the producer. He pulled me on his back. He was flying. Wow, what a flight. You should try it. 5-star rating on the internet. One-way flight. You might not come back. We landed on the top of the producer's building. Dinosaur announced the whole world that he has arrived. We both were there standing, waiting for the producer to come. We saw a lot of helicopters hovering around every hour in the sky near us. People were looking at us using binoculars. I guess for them, I was a new species, humanosaur. Humanosaur. Wow, that word, I like it. The producer never came. But I can see big billboards shining bright. Book your ticket today at $1 million per person to watch a live living dinosaur with the name of the producer below. It was his way of showing the money to others, but keeping it to himself. And the dinosaur never got the money. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Unmute yourselves. Give it up for Unmesh Mohekar.
Yeah, never getting paid for your services. Yeah. Thanks so much. Love your work.
Energy, man. Come on.
Such a creative individual, and I love his energy when he reads his poems. Unmesh makes me want to step up my game with reading because, like, he doesn't take a syllable off. right? It's like every syllable matters to him, and I love that. And not for nothing, but the founders of the cafe were very much the same way when they read their poetry, so I appreciate it. Make sure you go give Unmesh Mohitgar a follow. Also, I can't believe I forgot, we're down to our last poet. So I'm gonna take a little pause. I forgot to mention. I hope you're ready, Ron, because you're about to become the most popular person in the Zoomverse. Ron was like, oh, yeah. Right? Ron forgot too. It's okay, Ron. I forgot as well, brother. If you would like to participate in the Zoom portion of Hybrid this month, send only your name and your email address to Ron. Nothing else. Okay? Don't say, oh, Ron, I like your new haircut. Oh, Ron, you look sexy with that button up. No flirting or trying to manipulate Ron, okay? All right? Just send your name and email address to Ron Mark Thompson here in the Zoomverse. He's going to write it down. And after our next poet, I'll take a little bit more time so Ron can get everything situated. With that being said, we are down to our last poet because we had two more, but one of them who's on the other side of the border from me in Canada, because I like to remind people that the United States has a border with Canada as well, all right? Zomkonto, unfortunately, he couldn't make it today. I hope all is well with you, brother. If you ever watch this, we sending good energy out into the world with you. I hope all is well with you. Love having you part of this community, Zomkonto. Also, shout out as well to Joan B, who is also from Canada, who came in a little late, but they have been watching it, I think about 9:15 for the last 45 minutes. I hope all is well with you, Joan. Thank you for checking in with us, okay? So, yes, we have a border with Canada, and I like to remind people. Anyway, so yeah, Zomkonto won't be on, so he was supposed to be our last poet, but that's okay, because our last poet here is also a mainstay member of this online open mic community, and that is Abraham Kamani. Abraham, you've been around long enough, you know what to do, brother. Let the folks know they can find you online, and then let's get into your poetry.
All right, good seeing you again, Advocate, and the rest of everybody who's performed tonight, as well as the audience. You guys can find me on Instagram. I have two Instagrams now. My newest one is called Born Again Poet. So y'all can follow that one for more of my spiritual content. I have some pieces, short ones, operate 3 minutes. This first one I wrote back on Veterans Day.
Wait, Abraham, you're coming in and out. You're coming in and out. It's hard to hear you. You're breaking up. Right? Everyone in the Zoom chat, if he's breaking up, give me a thumbs up so I know it's not just me. Yeah. All right. I just want to make sure that it wasn't me, right? Like here I am, he's about to go in, everyone hears him clearly, and it's just me who's messing up. So I want to make sure. So I think he's moving to a different spot. Give me a mic check, Abraham. Let's see if we can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
It sounds like you're underwater with a lot of electronics around you.
Let me turn that off.
Sometimes we have technical difficulties.
All right. How about now?
Oh, you sound a little better. Sorry, we're not going to be able to see that illustrious beard of yours, but we can hear you clearly now. So go ahead, brother. The mic is yours.
All right. This first piece I wrote back on Veterans Day is called Blood Offering. Soldiers gave their blood, did not live to celebrate a Veterans Day. Remember their offering, dressed nicely in red, white, and blue, full of stars and stripes, with pure patriotism flowing out of their bodies, unquestionably loyal to serving America. All right. I will share another piece. Actually, this was, I guess, a little bit of a dark, humorous piece that I wrote a little less than a week ago. It's called Fatal Attraction. Don't ever have sex with a stripper named Bullets, or you will get shot, killed by a deadly disease, blowing caution to the wind. All right. And in the spirit of La Bruja, I got a couple of acronym pieces that I like to share. This one is called Christ. Courageous, heroic, revolutionary, intellectual, standing tall, compassionate healer, redeeming ill souls tirelessly, creating his replicable images, spiritual transformation. And this other acronym is called LIFE. Luminous intellectuals fervently educate, learners insist, fighting enslavement, longing independence for eternity, lovers incessantly fertilize earth, lofty imaginations flowing efficiently, laboring infantries foresee emancipation, living inside freemen everywhere. And one last piece I will share is called Free Will. A just scale reveals the true weight of pros and cons are never equal in this contested mismatch set between good and evil. To do right or wrong always comes with a price tag paid on your own free will. Before you act hastily, exercise thinking wisely. While you are alive, make this vital decision of being a slave to your free will or be freed by the mercy of God's will. Depending on seeds sown inside your heart and mind, matured by your deeds, you will receive great rewards or suffer grave penalties. All right, thank you guys for listening. I appreciate your time. You guys have a good night.
Unmute yourselves. Give it up for Abraham Kamani, our last poet of the evening.
Let's go, Abraham.
Abraham, thank you.
Good
Glad
to
we
hear
got to hear
you,
your
man.
words.
Way to
Yes.
close them out on.
Yeah, so
Go,
good.
man.
Yes.
Good to see you again, Abraham. It's been a long time.
Abraham Kamani, unfortunately, we couldn't see the illustrious beard as he gave us the words, but what was important is we got to hear the poetry. Abraham Kamani, you could give him a follow at Born Again Poet. Appreciate you, brother, a mainstay member of this community for years now, too. For years he has been around. So, Mr. Ron Mark Thompson, we got people signed up. Yes, we got all the names. Coolio. So, we have been going for over 2 hours. Folks, thank you so much. I'm not just like blowing smoke up your ass, as the saying goes. I really appreciate everyone staying around because the cafe has been open. We are having so many in-person open mics now, and I really appreciate that people are still willing to come on to Zoom and hang out with us and share their poetry from all around the world, and that is because of you. Listen, I got a big ego, and I'd like to say it's me, but I got to really recognize that it's all of you. I thoroughly appreciate this community, and there's so much I've gotten to do at the New Rican Poets Cafe because of this community. So thank you to all of you for what you do, for your creativity. Of course, please check out nuyurican.org. You can check me out. Like I said, I'm on Instagram and I'm Twitter. Please give me a follow. I am in the basement of the cafe working hard. I am losing my voice here, okay, to do this, but I love it. I love hanging out with y'all. This Saturday is the hybrid open mic. Make sure that y'all come by. Doors open at 6:30. This week, we're not doing a karaoke party, right? Because Paul's out living his best life, traversing the world. He on his Carmen Sandiego shit. So I hope you're having a good time, Paul. All right? But thank you for taking the time to tune in as well. Make sure you give Paul a follow at Paul con queso, and when you spell queso, that's with a Q, Q-U-E-S-O. Paul con queso. So, for 2 hours, you have heard me rattle on, and that is a long time to listen to someone, and I appreciate that very much. So, what we like to do at the end of the night, because we are big on community, is making sure that we end the night with a different voice. And this time we ending with a collab. Yes, we were, and you haven't heard their voice at all in the evening, so I'm happy that they are going to get a chance to speak and end the night. So, Terry Rose Jerkson, Gemilissimo, take us home.
Good night, sweet poet. Thank you for sharing what you've written.
Good night, sweet poet. Thank you for taking the time to listen.
Good night, sweet poet. May your dreams be as imaginative as tonight's poems.
Oh, good night, sweet poet. Thank you for inviting the spirit of Miguel Agarin into your home.
This has been the Monday Night Online Open Mic,
presented by the New Eurekan Poets Cafe.
hosted by Advocate of Wordz
On behalf of the community tonight, I, Journalissimo Brian Franco,
and Terry Rose Jurtson,
would like to say good night, sweet poet.